Hey, this is the Thinkora, and sometimes the most important moments in life are the ones no one sees. Today, we're telling the story of a woman who made a quiet choice, and how that small act became the start of something extraordinary. Sometimes, one decision can alter the entire course of a life. It might not be obvious at the time, perhaps it blends in among the hundreds of small choices we make each day. But looking back, you can trace a line from that moment to everything that followed, realizing just how pivotal it was. Imagine a young woman named Sarah. She's standing at the crossroads of her life, both literally and figuratively, on a chilly autumn morning. She's just graduated from college, her diploma still crisp and new. The world feels vast and uncertain, and she's been offered two very different opportunities. One is a safe, stable job in her hometown, close to family and friends, where everything is familiar and comfortable. The other is a risky internship across the country, in a city she's never visited, at a company she admires but knows little about. It doesn't pay well, and she'll have to scrape by just to manage rent and groceries. Her parents gently urge her towards the safe option, worried about her well-being, while her friends are split, each projecting their own hopes and fears onto her choice. Sarah wakes up early one morning, unable to sleep. She packs a small bag and walks to the nearby lake, hoping that the stillness of the water will bring her clarity. As she sits on the cold bench, shivering in her thin jacket, she thinks about what she truly wants. Does she crave adventure, new experiences, and the thrill of uncertainty? Or does she value the comfort of home, the predictability of a steady paycheck, and the embrace of those who have always loved her? In that quiet moment, Sarah realizes that fear has been guiding her thoughts. Fear of failure, fear of loneliness, fear of making the wrong choice. But beneath those fears is a tiny ember of excitement, a sense of possibility that has been quietly burning since she was a child, dreaming of making a mark on the world. She takes a deep breath, feeling the cold air fill her lungs, and makes her decision. She will move to the city and take the internship. The days that follow are a whirlwind of packing, goodbyes, and last-minute preparations. Her parents are worried but supportive. Her friends throw her a small farewell party, and Sarah boards the plane with trembling hands and a heart full of hope and anxiety. The city is overwhelming at first, loud, crowded, and unfamiliar. She gets lost more than once, struggles to make ends meet, and sometimes wonders if she's made a terrible mistake. But slowly, things begin to change. She throws herself into her work, determined to make the most of the opportunity. She meets new people. Some become friends, some mentors, and some simply passing acquaintances who shape her outlook in small but meaningful ways. She learns to navigate the city, finds a favorite coffee shop, and discovers hidden parks where she can breathe and think. The work is challenging, sometimes exhausting, but she finds herself growing, developing skills she never knew she had. One afternoon, her supervisor asks her to lead a project. It's a daunting task, but Sarah rises to the occasion, working late nights and early mornings to ensure its success. When the project is completed, her efforts are recognized by the company's leadership, and she's offered a full-time position. The job is demanding but rewarding, and Sarah feels herself changing, becoming more confident, more resilient, more capable. Years pass, and Sarah's career flourishes. She moves into a leadership role, mentors new interns, and becomes a respected voice in her field. She buys her first apartment, makes friends who become like family, and even reconnects with her parents and old friends, who visit and marvel at her new life. Looking back, Sarah realizes that none of this would have happened if she had chosen the safe path. That one decision, to take a chance, to step into the unknown, changed everything. But Sarah's story is just one example. Everyone faces moments like this, where a single choice can alter the trajectory of their life. Sometimes it's as dramatic as moving across the country. Other times, it's a quieter decision, reaching out to someone new, standing up for what you believe in, or choosing to forgive. These moments might seem small, but over time, they accumulate, shaping who we become. For some, the decision might be to leave a job that no longer brings joy, even if it means facing uncertainty. For others, it might mean saying yes to an opportunity that feels out of reach, or ending a relationship that no longer aligns with their values. Each decision carries with it a ripple effect, touching not only our own lives, but those around us. It's important to recognize that not all decisions will lead to immediate success or happiness. Sometimes, taking a risk means facing setbacks and failures. But even those experiences have value. They teach us resilience, humility, and the importance of perseverance. The key is to listen to that inner voice, the one that knows what we truly want, even if it's buried beneath layers of doubt and fear. In the end, life is a series of choices, each one building upon the last. We don't always know which decision will be the one that changes everything. Sometimes, we only understand its significance in hindsight, when we can trace the path that led us to where we are. But by embracing uncertainty, trusting ourselves, and being willing to take risks, we open ourselves up to a world of possibilities. So, the next time you find yourself at a crossroads, remember Sarah's story. Remember that it's okay to be afraid, but don't let fear be the only voice guiding your choice. Trust in your ability to adapt, to grow, and to thrive, no matter which path you take. Because sometimes, one decision is all it takes to change everything. If this story touched something in you, don't forget to subscribe to The Thinkora. We're here to remind you, every week, that it's okay to start over. In fact, it might be the best thing you ever do.